Spirit of Innovation Arts Across America finds out if the economy is about to fly off the rails.
The dollar starts to drop. That means foreign investors are not interested in our economy, and that's when the wheels really come off the train.
A unique California nonprofit helps single mothers with housing using creative solutions.
We call it the Empowerment Village for a reason, not the Enablement Village.
Meet Roosevelt Williams III, who is making an impact. See how his vision of young black and in business changes lives and helps entrepreneurs thrive. Spirit of Innovation Arts Across America, award-winning TV show with your hosts, Diane Strand and Scott Strand, the co-founders of JDS Studio and nonprofit JDS Creative Academy, bringing together award-winning programming with education and training. This cross-collaborative production brings you impactful stories, creative voices, and good-to-know Southern California information you need to know.
Welcome to Spirit of Innovation Arts Across America. We want to give a huge shout out to our new viewers on ABC KEYT Channel 3 in Santa Barbara. Welcome to the hashtag JDSFamily.
We are happy to have you.
Whether you are new to this show or you've been with us for the last 7 years, we are very proud of our broadcast, an award-winning creative magazine television show produced by the nonprofit JDS Creative Academy, which we founded 11 years ago.
This show is part of our video production job training program for adults with developmental disabilities. It brings together a unique group of seasoned industry professionals and job training participants to produce segments that impact everyone. No matter where you live or who you are, you will always learn some good to know and need to know information, and a little bit about what goes on here at JDS Studio in every show.
Right now, there's a lot of talk about what's going on in the U.S. economy. We see news headlines shouting out about the ups and downs of the Consumer Confidence Index. Should we be preparing for a weakened economy? Or are there other factors at play? I sat down with Dr. Christopher Thornburg, the founder of Beacon Economics, to break down the real story behind the headlines. Let's have a look. How would you characterize the current state of our U.S. economy?
Overheated.
Okay, can we go into more depth on that? What do you mean by overheated?
Look, back in 2020, the Federal Reserve made one of the most nonsensical choices I could have ever imagined, which was to dump $5 trillion in brand new money into an economy that was suffering from a very mild downturn. That, of course, wildly overheated the U.S. economy, huge surge in consumer spending, the insane number of job openings. You fast forward to 2025, and while things have calmed down a bit, we're still overheated. Consumer savings rates are trending down. And of course, we have a federal government deficit that is truly terrifying. If anybody's listening to this interview, they're like, wait a minute, Chief. Consumer sentiment is down, everybody's unhappy, people are living paycheck to paycheck, they could barely keep up with inflation. These are stories, that's not in the data. Real incomes have been rising very well over the course of the last few years. For those of you out there saying, this guy's a wingnut, does he have no idea how much eggs cost? And the answer is, I know exactly how much eggs cost, I buy them all the time. But the thing here is we have a very specific kind of mind. We go in and we see the high price of eggs, and that dominates our brain. And we never bother to pay attention to all the other stuff and how cheap that is. Restaurant costs have gone up pretty much more than anything else. But that's not the rule. That's the exception that proves the rule.
Let's talk a little bit now as we think of economic conditions across the U.S.
Yeah.
How does it differ in regions of the United States from state to state, or even regions throughout California? Where do we see that?
Incomes are up. They're up in California. They're up in Texas. But when you think about the difference between California and Texas, that difference boils down to one thing. They build housing and they have labor force growth. We won't build housing, ergo we don't have labor force growth. Over the last 5 years, Texas has added almost 1.7 million people to their labor force. 1.7 million. California has added 115,000.
Well, let's get a little bit more local then. Yeah. Here in Riverside County, San Bernardino County.
In the last 5 years, the Inland Empire has been responsible for, are you ready? 30% of all new jobs in the state.
Wow.
The Inland Empire, because they have housing and you can grow. Who else is growing rapidly? Sacramento, Fresno, and of course Stockton. It is the center parts of the state that are growing because they have the young labor force, they have a more expansive housing supply, and as a result of that, they have become the leading edge.
Tell me what the top 3 economic trends that policymakers, educators, and workforce leaders should be paying attention to over the next 12 to 18 months.
Okay. Number 1, pay attention to the US dollar. Because when the dollar starts to drop, that means foreign investors are not interested in our economy, and that's when the wheels really come off the train. Second big trend, what is Congress doing? What is going on with that federal deficit? And then the third thing I'd say is pay attention to building permits here in California, because our biggest problem is the lack of housing.
The conversation I had with Dr. Thornburg was very eye-opening and fun. And yes, we are talking about economics. We discussed so much more than we have time to show you. You can check out the full conversation on the Spirit of Innovation website.
No matter what's going on with the economy, it's nice to see that there are always fine people doing good work in our communities. The folks at Mission Hope do just that with amazing success. Here's more.
Mission Hope's programs support those who face resource insecurities, from their food pantry to job search assistance to even access to housing. Mission Hope helps rebuild lives with dignity and stability.
We take care of families in need, children, seniors, and especially we have a focus on single moms. We believe that everyone has the right to thrive and live in a home, be happy, have enough food, live the best life. Empowerment Village is a 12-acre property in beautiful Temecula wine country where we own 6 homes. One of those homes is our admin building, and then the other 6 homes are for moms and kids for shared living. We have a 2-year program that we offer. We walk those moms through very specific pillar growth, and those pillars are wellness, health, wholeness as a person, spiritually, socially, emotionally, and then parenting, relationship classes, and then also financial literacy, and the big one, job and career advancement. So that a requirement of our program is that they are going to school and or working full-time or a combination of the 2.
I am a single mom of 3 kids going through a divorce. And I went from being a stay-at-home mom to head of household unexpectedly. And in an effort to figure out what's next for the kids and I, we ended up moving about 4 times before we found Empowerment Village. Empowerment Village has changed our lives. We've been here, I want to say about a year and a half. It is creating the space for me to basically rewire my brain. I feel like when I got into the program, I was not confident in myself. I wasn't confident in what my next steps would be. So the kids and I have somewhere to lay our head. I don't have to focus on that. I don't have to prioritize figuring that out every single day or week. And I could really focus on other areas of my life, such as what I wanted to do for my career, setting up my kids so that they feel safe.
We call it the Empowerment Village for a reason, not the Enablement Village. And we really want to empower women to know who they're created to be, and that if they put the right tools in their tool belt, they can accomplish anything in their life. We want to transform their lives. We want to empower these women to take their life back and then live the best life they possibly can. We have had over 40 families in empowerment, and of those 40 families, all but one have been completely successful. And that one person, that one family we're still in touch with, it feels really good to say we have nearly a 100% success rate in the programming. And what that means is that by the time they leave us, we have seen a natural progression to that next step of sustainable living on their own.
From hardship to Mission Hope, Empowerment Village is proving that with the right support, real transformation isn't just possible, it's happening one family at a time.
While we were filming this story, we were told that Empowerment Village just added a new home to their community. It will house families that aren't quite ready to commit to the full program, but need the village shelter and safety.
Here at JDS Creative Academy, we're all about entrepreneurship, or as Diane says, creativepreneurship. In this Voice of Innovation segment, we meet Roosevelt Williams III, whose inclusive networking organization, Young Black and in Business, is helping open the door to entrepreneurship. Have a look.
Designed to assist emerging entrepreneurs, young Black and in business, aims to redefine the business landscape by providing formulas and solutions to help them make a profit.
Young Black in Business, the company, provides educational, instructional, entrepreneurial content to bring individuals out of the dark and into the light. So we provide a stage for you to just say who you are, say what you do, say how to be contacted. We also provide services by the Better Business Bureau to make sure that you're an ethical, viable business. We can get you on the news, get you on TV. Right when you sign up for Young Black in Business, you get multiple podcast opportunities. You get to come network with the best and the brightest in business in our region. The color black encompasses all. The color black is a melting pot. It's everyone coming together.
According to a recent Lending Tree study, only 1.5% of businesses in the city of San Diego were Black owned. This is a statistic that Williams looks to change.
I like to say the reason why that's happening in San Diego, because we have a lack of mentorship. Mentorship is essential, just like a spoon and a fork. It's all about giving back and paying forward. What we have to do in our region is do 360-degree circles, start in our community, get our education, give back, and plant that seed so the next generation know how to succeed and get to the next level and to be sustainable in business.
One way Williams hopes to achieve education and mentorship is through BizCon.
BizCon is a conference for entrepreneurs to come together and learn about trades, learn about cutting-edge industries, technology, engineering, mathematics, in the real world. We're excited because I've been able to find a problem in the San Diego Unified School District, and really school districts across California, through Assembly Bill 957 states that high school students in the Unified School Districts across California have to have career college curriculum. This present day, we have over 800 high school students that have registered. So at BizCon, we'll have a pitch competition. We also have a $10,000 sponsorship available in cash money for the best pitch opportunity. We're gonna be able to fuel these entrepreneurs' dreams and their goals. We wanna see you at BizCon to make you healthier, to make you happier, and to make you more successful. That's what BizCon is all about.
BizCon will be back September 12th at the San Diego Convention Center. Plus, JDS Creative Academy is on a mission to move the arts across America. We're taking our signature event, DigiFest, to San Diego. Make sure to mark your calendars and meet us there. We're so excited.
Speaking of DigiFest, this year was amazing. Between all the incredible speakers and screenings and the awards ceremony, it truly was one of the best yet. Here's a recap of all the festivities.
DigiFest 2025 was our biggest year yet. Between our incredible roster of inspiring speakers, our amazing live music entertainment, sensational film, video, and animation screenings, and our highly anticipated awards presentation, we truly pushed the boundaries of digital creation. Our 3-day multimedia festival was such a success that we're already looking forward to DigiFest 2026. Our 10-year anniversary will be a celebration you won't forget. Submissions for DigiFest 2026 open October 2025, so mark your calendars now for April 24th, 25th, and 26th of 2026. DigiFest is also expanding. We'll be bringing our one-of-a-kind digital media experience to San Diego on September 12th. 2025 is turning out to be an incredible year of growth and recognition. DigiFest founder Diane Strand spoke about DigiFest and the future of digital media at the New York Stock Exchange and in Los Angeles at the Top Talent Hollywood Conference. We can't wait to show you what else we've got in store. Follow DigiFest Temecula on social media to stay up to date.
Earlier, we heard how the Inland Empire is a major force in driving California's economy. At this month's roundtable, we dial in at the local level and discuss the economic outlook with Christine Damko, Economic Development Manager for the City of Temecula, and Gina Gonzalez, Director of Economic and Legislative Affairs for the City of Lake Elsinore. Check it out.
Welcome back to the Community Roundtable. We're going to keep the conversation on economics continuing, and we have some great guests to do that with. So let's talk a little bit about how the cities all kind of work together and get along. Why don't you take that, Christine, start with us?
Yeah, so one unique thing about our region is that we talk to each other and we like each other and we get along and we get along with each other. We've worked, the cities and the county have worked together for decades at this point.
By us working together really well, that if Christine lands a great business, it affects Lake Elsinore and vice versa. And so really it's the region as a whole, and you can see an example of that on our Economic Development Coalition that we're all a part of, the EDC, and where we're all working together with multiple agencies and really trying to, I would like to say, we're rowing the boat in the same direction as a region.
Let's talk about cultivating our workforce a little bit and how we maybe collaborate and partner.
So in Lake Elsinore, we work with our school district quite closely and our local community college closely. The industries that we've identified as a city that we would like to concentrate on, we work in conjunction with our school district to really cultivate that career, and then from high school into placement into college. And ultimately, the goal is that our residents or those that are in the region will be retained here long term.
Talk about collaboration. That is such a key point of we're all raising funds and raising efforts to co-locate Cal State University San Marcos into the MSJC towers. And I think we raised as a community, as a broader community, $6.5 million, I believe, of the, I think the $18 million needed.
What do you see the city's doing to invest in our infrastructures?
In Lake Elsinore, we've invested close to $500 million in infrastructure investment to really pave the way, no pun intended, for our city, for new business growth, for all of the population that we're expecting and are seeing. As you know, congestion is a nightmare for a lot of us, and so we have to make it easier for all of us to get around town and also for that investment to come into our community.
So when we talk about infrastructure, we have to talk about French Valley Parkway Phase 2 that just opened. Yes. So it has been receiving rave reviews, but we are not resting. We have already started on French Valley Parkway Phase 3. And Phase 3 will essentially connect the east side of the city from the west side and create another freeway on and off ramp overpass.
I want to fast forward 5 or 10 years, and where would you like to see our cities? Where is the planning going to take our cities, and what can we look forward to in the next 5 to 10 years?
In the city of Temecula, we're mostly built out as a city, but what you're going to see is lots of redevelopment. So you'll see redevelopment of commercial spaces, of office spaces, to job opportunities. And so it's such a great opportunity and exciting to watch Temecula currently evolve almost on a daily basis.
So for the city of Lake Elsinore, we're really excited because we've been concentrating on our lake improvements, but also on the same side, we've been concentrating on our downtown. We've invested about $70 million in our downtown, building a brand new library, our city hall, all new improvements up and down. And then the last prong is our action sports side of us. Within a 1 hour span of Lake Elsinore, that is the best demographic in the entire U.S. for action sports. So see more on the horizon, bringing back the Grand Prix, you name it.
Sounds like fun. Well, I love it. I love being in the middle of a city like Temecula and a city like Lake Elsinore and be a regional player like we are and bringing the community together, which you guys do so wonderfully. So thank you very much for all you do for our region, for your cities. And with that, we're going to wrap up the roundtable and we'll see you next time. Thank you, Christine and Gina, for joining us for a great discussion. What you saw were the edited highlights. Catch the full conversation on our Spirit of Innovation website.
As I mentioned at the top of the show, our collaboration with our neurodiverse job training participants is highlighted on Spirit of Innovation Arts Across America. Have a look at Aryn's Corner, featuring one of our star students and paid interns as they give us a fresh look at where you can make the most of summer in Southern California.
There are many things to do during the summer, especially in Southern California.
In Old Town Temecula, Coin Op is a bar and arcade where you can enjoy food, drinks, and games with your friends old school style. You must be 21 or older to enter. If you're looking for something that everyone can enjoy, how about heading out to the ballpark? Diamond Stadium in Lake Elsinore is a great way to spend time with friends and family. For some indoor fun, Epic Rollertainment in Murrieta is the place for you. The beach-themed facility has a large roller rink, arcade games, and private party rooms available. Dropzone Water Park in Paris is one of the best ways to cool down during the summer heat with fun attractions like the Mat Racer slides, Jetstream rivers, hydroplane flow rider, and so much more. For a quieter setting, Mott Historical Car Museum is the place to visit in Menifee. Here, you can admire all kinds of cars from different eras and learn about their histories.
These are only a few ideas of things happening in my backyard. California is the place to be for a fun-filled summer where any random day can feel like a vacation. Have some great summer fun. If you have any recommendations or places you want to see covered around Southern California, send us an email at spiritofinnovation@jdscreativeacademy.org. Now back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Aryn. Great job on that segment, as always. If you want to find out more about our Title 17 video production job training program or about any of the places that were mentioned in Aryn's segment, go to our spiritofinnovation.org website.
Summer is definitely going to be an exciting time for us here at JDS because we are officially launching our mission to move the arts across America, a new business venture that's been brewing in the background for a couple of years now. Have a sneak peek at our Arts Across America live event coming August 21st, 22nd, and 23rd.
Are you a creative wanting to turn your passion into profit? Well, that's the mission behind Arts Across America, the new business venture launched by JDS Creative Academy co-founders and entrepreneurs Diane and Scott Strand. Together, they use their decades of expertise to provide coaching, mentorship, and personally customized tools to help guide you to success. Whether you're looking to build a nonprofit, for-profit business, or an adventurous mixture of the two, Arts Across America will help you craft your own legacy. Budding creativepreneurs can get a taste of this at the 3-day Arts Across America event on August 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. This live event provides attendees with the opportunity to receive hands-on coaching and expert advice from Diane and Scott Strand, along with other industry professionals. They will show you how to turn your passion into a purpose, providing a pathway to profits. Visit artsacrossamerica.org to stay informed on the latest event updates and ticket information.
We can't wait to help more creatives in their passion to turn it into a purpose that creates a pathway of profits. We have a lineup of events that all leads to Arts Across America Live. Start by joining Scott and me for our 2-day masterclass show on June 18th and 19th. Use the code word Palooza and get in as our free guest. Shh, don't tell anyone. Who am I kidding? Tell everyone.
We can't forget about summer camp. Yes, it's back and better than ever. Take a look at what's in store. Plus, check out some highlights from our musical theater's magical production of Aladdin Jr.
It was a magical 3 nights at JDS Creative Academy as our musical theater students transported our sold-out audiences to a whole new world with our live theater production of Aladdin Jr. From our eye-popping sets to all of the incredible costumes and props, our backstage production class, led by creative coordinator Katie McCollum, helped bring the city of Agrabah and magic carpet fun to life. Our spring showcase also featured screenings from our filmmaking class as they premiered their latest cinematic masterpieces. If you missed out on our spring semester, don't worry. Enrollment for fall classes opens June 2nd. Between our musical theater, filmmaking, backstage production, and online scriptwriting classes, the creative possibilities are endless. The temperature is heating up. It must mean it's time for our annual improv script to stage summer camp. Unleash your creativity with our fun hands-on 2-week summer program. Whether you're an aspiring actor, writer, or behind-the-scenes guru, this creative camp is something for everyone. The 2-week camp will culminate in a thrilling theatrical performance of the campers' original production. There are only 20 spots available. Visit the JDS Creative Academy website to secure your spot now. Don't wait.
Whether you live in Southern California, on the Central Coast, or up in NorCal, when it comes to it, we all consider the Golden State home.
Many things tie us together: appreciation for the state's natural beauty, famous wine from places like Temecula, Paso Robles, and Napa, and a love for a certain burger chain. But what might surprise you is to know that a school of fish has also brought the regions together.
Topanga Creek, which originates in the Santa Monica Mountains, is the spawning ground for Southern California's steelhead trout. Over 200 of these endangered fish were moved from the creek when it was threatened with ash and debris from the Palisades fire.
Their new digs are Santa Barbara County's Arroyo Hondo Creek, and the fish are flourishing, producing over 100 newly hatched fingerlings. Environmental groups say this is a critical milestone in efforts to protect and restore Southern California steelhead populations.
Well, that's it for this month's show. Please follow us on social media and subscribe to our JDS Studio newsletter. It'll keep you in the know about everything that's happening in the world of creativity and here at JDS Studio. Thank you for joining us and welcome to our new viewers. We will be back with a new episode of Spirit of Innovation, Arts Across America next month.
You can watch past episodes of Spirit of Innovation Arts Across America on our website, YouTube, social media, and mainstream streaming platforms. Catch our job training program participants on their YouTube with their SOI Story Show and SOI Update.
You can also find them on the radio broadcasting community events on 102.5 The Vine. And look for SOI Talk with this guy, Scott Strand, and one of our job training participants on your favorite podcasting platform.
That's it for this episode. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time,
SOI out.